Hey everybody, welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. I'm Dean Graziosi. If you're new to the site, browse around, check out old blogs. If we don't have your name and email, make sure you give it to us up over here, I think, so we can remind you of these incredible videos we do each and every week for you. I'm sitting here with none other than Mr. Matt Larson. What's going on, Matt?
Having fun.
Don't you like when I interview somebody or sit next to somebody, you say hi like we haven't seen each other. We worked out at 5 o'clock this morning, went to breakfast together, been working together. If you don't know who Matt is, most everybody on this site does. Matt is top student, was a machine shop worker just 6-7 years ago, and doing insanely well in real estate. Did extremely well on his own, and in the last 6 months, Matt moved down here to Arizona, literally next door. I don't mean like down the street from me. I literally bought the house next door, and then Matt took it over from me. So he lives over the wall, and then we took a part of our office that used to be a gym and converted that into our property buying area, and Matt and I decided to partner up on pretty much every real estate deal I do. I partner with Matt now because he helps run it, organize it, go faster, quicker. I mean, you know what I love having Matt here? It's just proof every day of what can be. You know, Matt's an above average guy working his tail off, but I don't know, we're averaging about 100 deals a month right now.
Yeah, there's months that we maybe go a little lower than that, but there's months we go higher. Yeah,
probably 70 to 105 deals a month, which is pretty amazing. So what's that mean for you guys? Well, first, I love having Matt here because he's such an inspiration of where anybody could go. But we got a couple things going on, and I'll let Matt share it with you. But we are buying right now, like I said, 70 to 100 properties a month. I'm keeping a lot of them. I'm selling some of them. Matt's keeping some of them. We're keeping some together. And we're in, what, 5 cities right now?
We're in 6 states.
6 states. We're in 6 states right now, and we want to go faster. This is, you know, guys, when I come on here every week and I give you inspiration and motivation, all the tools I share with you are things that I've shared with Matt through the years. He uses. I used to mentor Matt a lot of those things. Now, you know, what's great about our relationship, anything he finds that I didn't discover, he shares with me and vice versa. And that's why our education is getting so much better so fast, and why we have so many people making money is because him and I are doing so many deals. Whatever we find, we deliver it to you guys. But anyway, we're in 6 states. And we need to get bigger. We want more real estate. This truly is the greatest time in history for each and every one of you to get involved. And I don't want you to look at the 100 deals a month or 50 deals a month that we're doing and say, wow, I could never get there. Matt started with 1 deal. Matt, you started in the worst market ever. You started at the top of the market and rode the market down making money, right?
Yeah, the whole time.
And now the market has shifted in so many, it's shifted everywhere in the country. Some places stronger than others. But anyway, the reason for this video is because we want another 2 or 3 states, right?
Yeah, I'd say we could definitely take on 2, maybe 3 states.
Okay, and here's what you got to understand is what we've done is not only when we identify a city or a state that we want to buy in, we also find an area manager, and that person is responsible for finding the deals and using our bulletproof process from start to finish. The exact stuff we teach you, except you get our guidance and you become part of our team. Right now we have 4 or 5 area managers making really insane amounts of money, and guess what? Guess what's really cool is several of them are DG students, just like you. They had an area and they were ready to follow our blueprint and kick butt, and they're doing amazing. So, Matt, why don't you go over some of the things that could start? So, let me set this up. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ethically bribe each and every one of you to take action. I was blessed to get a couple of these 2 mini iPads for Christmas, so I have an extra one. So, if you'll do this little homework assignment that Matt's going to give you right now, everybody who leaves the information below in a post, I'll put your name in a hat like I've done so many times, draw it, and I'll send you one of my brand new mini iPads. So here's what we want to do. Step 1, to find out if you live in an area or you know an area that could be perfect to add to our list of buying, that we could buy 5, 10, 15. We have areas right now that we're buying 25 houses a month from one person from one area. And the income they're making is significant, and the results we're getting are amazing properties at a good price that we can keep and hand off to other people. So what are we looking for?
Okay, and you're going to have them, how are you having them send this information?
They can just post it below.
Okay.
So that you need to post on the video, and you're going to label 1 through number 6, and these are the answers you need to share with us.
Okay, so these are, hopefully everybody takes advantage of this opportunity to win the iPad, but at the same time, too, this is information for everybody. That if you're doing research, because I get hit up all the time, Matt, how do I know, where's the best area I should be investing in? You can take some of this information and
use it for yourself.
Use it for yourself, or, I always say start in your own backyard, but, there's a lot of people out there that virtual wholesale that do deals all over the country. Carol's a big one on that too. So, so use this information regardless. This is training for you, but it's also an opportunity. So the first thing I always look at is the unemployment rate. The reason why it's very important to have, we like lower unemployment, or unemployment that was up here, but it's dropped all the way down. So the lower the unemployment is, that means more people have jobs, and that creates security within the real estate, especially with rental properties. And what Dean and I are really buying are rental properties. These aren't really, we're not really set up, we're not really doing a lot of...
We're not speculating.
Yeah, we're not buying hoping the houses go up in value. We're buying cash flow. So we want to make sure that we know what the unemployment rate is. If you don't know how to find unemployment rate, I'm going to teach you a really easy way to do it. It's really simple. Literally just Google unemployment rate and the name of your city. And it'll come right up, the first thing right on Google.
So number one below, the post that you do is number one is what's the unemployment rate in your city and what was it 12 months ago? And you could Google both of those and that's number one.
So maybe list your city and then put the unemployment rate next to it. The next thing is we want to know what the average cost of a 3-bedroom house is in your area. And that's, I know that some of you guys are going to be from big metro areas, but I want you to dial it down. And if you have to, just pick a zip code or just pick one city and just say, hey, in this city, an average 3-bedroom is worth $120,000, $240,000, whatever that number is. Just put what zip code and what that house value is worth. The next thing, what's the average rent for that same exact house going to be? If you need to find that out, you can do a couple things. You can go to Craigslist and look under apartments or housing for rent and start looking through some ads and kind of see
find the 3 bedrooms and see what they're averaging. Yeah,
you can do Craigslist has a little search tab at the very top. Just do a search for 3 bedrooms and pull them up. Start looking through them. Obviously, we don't want the low end, and the high end might be reaching too far. But find out the average. If you see a few in the 600 ranges and you see a few in the 1200, but you see a lot in the 900 range, the average would be 900. So put down 3 bedroom, $900 or whatever that number comes back at. Then we want to know what the average taxes is for that property. So you're using the same type of a property. So if you said that the average value of that house was $120,000, pick out a $120,000 house, take the address, Google county courthouse assessor for your area, go to that assessor site, look at that exact address and pull up what the taxes are. It'll say right on that. Almost every county in the whole United States is online now. You can just write down, if the taxes for that property are, $1,500 a year, write down, 3-bedroom house, $1,500 a year in taxes or whatever that number is. And then we want to know what the current days on market is for the houses. Basically, we like to look at days on market it's a benchmark to find out how fast houses are selling. Now this is gonna be a little trickier to find out. But there's several ways you can do it. One is we teach everybody how to get a real estate agent, and you should be able to get a hold of your real estate agent and gather this information. Many real estate companies have quarterly newsletters that actually state what the normal days on market. Another thing you can do is go to Trulia.com. And Trulia a lot of times will also, it takes a little bit of work. You might have to Google Trulia.com days on market in your city, and it'll help you kind of find that. But get that days on market. We just want to know what the average days on market is for your area.
That's it.
That was the last one.
Yeah, so we got 5 things for you below. I'll go over them really quick. I know this is a long video, but this is really important because first off, we want to find out if your area is a workable area to add to our list of where we're buying from. If it is, then we'll narrow down your area to see if you're qualified to be one of our area managers to run the purchases using our money, our system, our program, where you get paid on every single house we buy, and it's significant. So this is pretty exciting stuff, and I love being able to share because the more people I partner with, like Matt, and now students all over the country, I get smarter, my education gets better, and I get to teach it back, and it just goes in this revolving, amazing circle. So, number one, what's the city you're in? What's the unemployment rate now? What was it 12 months ago? Number 2, what's the current cost, the average cost of a 3-bedroom house? Number 3, what's the average rent of that same 3-bedroom house? Number 4, what's the average taxes on that same 3-bedroom house? And number 5, what's the current days on market? Now, again, I don't have to give away an iPad because the value of what you could get by learning this for yourself, but then potentially working with us is insane. But I want to bribe you to take action. It's New Year's. So, and I do have an extra one, and my wife already has one. So this one could be yours. Okay, one last thing I wanted to share with you is it's heading towards January 15th, which is our cutoff date for the Send Me Away video. That's where our students who've had success film themselves, sharing their story of success. You send it in, and we let the students vote. And if you win, you get to be, in fact, you were the #1 winner. Matt Larson was the first winner of the Send Me Away contest like 7 years ago. Sent in his video. The students on DG.com voted him as the winner. And now look at this. We've done how many deals together? 1,000 deals? I don't even know.
It's a ton.
It's a lot, but it's pretty awesome. I appreciate you guys. Let's crush 2013. And make sure you send us that information. Leave the post below. Get your video in. You can go to sendmeawaydean.com to get the rules and where to send all your stuff and how to verify any income statements that you make and all that great stuff. Wow, this was a long video, but really worth it. I'll talk to you next week.